People from Michigan did not know.
Exactly.
Maybe they're whitewater.
They probably really stay into the river, you know.
I get calls from Boy Scouts in Brunswick when they're about to go on the river and it's flood stage and they're about to take 30, 14-year-olds out there. So no, at least you called me, but a lot of them won't call, you know? So at least we'll have a resource for them to check out.
As far as interest, and hopefully these people will look out for these people that likes to go out and trash.
Exactly.
The most prized possession we have in this county. It runs through this county.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate y'all including the water trail in your comp plan. I noticed that, and that's wonderful, and we're excited to work with you on that. And mark your calendars for March 7th, because we're going to do a fishing tournament. We're actually doing a series of water trail kickoff events, and the first is going to be a fishing tournament March 7th with weigh-in at Tyndall Enterprise.
You say March.
Oh, sorry, May 7th. Sorry. May 7th. So, I mean, you know, a lot of that is motorboats, and we welcome that, and it's a way to celebrate the river for the community.
And that will start anywhere.
It can be fishing anywhere on the Satilla.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, thank y'all, and please contact us with questions. We'll send info your way. Thank you.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah. Thank you.
Be right back. I gotta get you to work.
Mr. Richard Lee. Thank y'all for coming.
What did they say, They're trying to come up with, in support of it? Okay. Just want to
I
make sure.
don't have a problem with some kind of document.
Supporting the water trail and their efforts, but not have the public easement limited.
Okay.
I'll work on it.
I'm trying to work on that. You can bring that back to us, hopefully.
Yes, sir. I will.
We have Mr. Richard Lee from Southland Ways.
Right, for public services now.
We had a gentleman at our last meeting questioned us about being open on Saturday. And that's the only question I have.
Well, we
We'd
were
love for you to
open.
kind of give us an update on what you told me a while ago.
We were open for, I guess since '97, the first 12 years, I would say, we were open 6 days a week, half a day on Saturday. And somewhere in the last 3 or 4 years, we just noticed we had almost no, we'd have days we had 2 customers, sometimes 1, sometimes 5, but we averaged it was like between 2 and 3 customers a day on that Saturday. And I don't know if we came to this meeting or to another one, but we talked about it and decided we would close it on Saturday, try it that way. Well, it takes, you do the math, you got 2 customers, $15 a piece, $30, $40, $50 a day. And it just wasn't working to us, and I think we all agreed on it at that time. So we did close it down, and it's been that way, I would say, for 3 to 4 years.
Yes, sir. Commissioner Aldridge had a question.
I know it that, and I remember everything you said, and the economics was right. We come to the point that I think, and I represent 4th District, and a lot of people out there are contacting me about nowhere to carry their yard debris or what have you on Saturdays, and that has become a problem because your business, just like most businesses where the majority of folks work, close at 5 o'clock, 5 days a week, and they have no other time to take yard. What I would like to see, this is my opinion, is maybe 1 day a month, open half a day on Saturday or something. And the reason I say that is yes, Republic is providing, in my opinion, top quality service to our county. I don't have a problem with that. But at the same time, we as the commission, as the county, we need to provide a service to our residents. And I would think that 1 day a week, 1 half a Saturday a month, wouldn't be asking too much. You know, we owe that, in my opinion, at least 1 Saturday a month to our residents, you know, and then they can plan accordingly. And I don't think that would be too, I don't think that would cost you too much for you.
I agree with that. If that's what you'd like to see us do, we can certainly open it back up.
maybe,
One, what do you say, the first Saturday, just pick one where they can schedule their time?
I mean,
We may
that would
have-
be, you're providing a service, but at the same time, we as the county, you know, are providing a service to you too,
Right.
and
You
you
are.
live here.
We appreciate that.
Well, it'd be real nice if it be publicized also.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fixed.
we would publicize, that's, what do you guys, what do you think, what the rest of you think?
I know there's been a lot of requests about it.
If y'all get a lot of calls, then it's probably something we
And it's,
should do.
we've talked about doing something on our own, like setting up some kind of, like we have in Wayne County and all that kind of, but it'd really be better if y'all could do it.
That's exactly.
Do it.
And a part of that, Mr. Lee, is the fact that being in the fourth district, and you can ride around anywhere, you see all this dumpage beside the roads, you know, and I know that part of that is contributed to the fact they have on Saturdays and weekends, they have nowhere to go with it. You know, I mean, that's just the way it is.
I agree with
And
you.
I own property, and I don't like for people to dump on my property, nobody does, so I think we owe it to our residents to give them an alternative to that, and this is just one Saturday a week, that's.
One a
probably-
month, maybe?
Yeah, a month, I'm sorry,
Right.
not a week. That's not a lot, but at least they can, you know, schedule accordingly.
When we publicize it, we can mention the free bulk day that we
Yeah,
have
that's
on the
right.
county side. That's completely
Mention
free
them
to
too.
them. I mean, and you as well.
Yes, sir.
So that was kind of the idea in the beginning. I think we sacrificed the Saturday. We opened up the 2 times a year bulk.
Ms.
And that works well.
It was really,
Do we, Ms.
We
Lisa,
appreciate that too.
do we get any calls for that?
I could
Work that out.
we'll include that in our, when we publicize it.
And have you say one Saturday a month, if it's the first or the second Saturday, third Saturday, whatever, and let people get it in the tune of their business. And they'll-
Colleagues wanting to say something about it.
No, I'm just looking, he makes me go up there for the rate adjustment meetings, so.
He sure would. He wanted to come, but he.
I'm just keeping an eye on it.
So that's something you folks can do for us?
Yes, sir.
Oh, we appreciate it.
Decide, just get in contact with me and let me know all about it.
I will.
And I appreciate that. I really do.
Well, we want to make it, we work for you.
Well, we appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
I don't hear no other complaints. That if do I.
Mr. Schubert's got something.
Yeah, and let me know, so when I'm out writing these illegal dumping or debris citations and warnings, I can say, hey, look, they're gonna be open on this Saturday, because I get a lot of that too, when we're out there. Well, you know, I work 5 days a week, and I just don't have anywhere to take it until I can take a day off. But you let me know, and I can say, well, they're gonna be open on the first Saturday, or the second Saturday, or whatever. When
James,
we're
is
out
that
there.
dumping signs, illegal dumping signs, is that helping anywhere? They just don't even pay any
Well,
attention?
I'll be honest with you. I don't think illegal dumping is the people that's gonna go to the transfer station.
Right, they're not.
I think illegal dumping is people driving down the road in trucks and they're just throwing it out. And just frankly speaking, if you're gonna cut down on illegal dumping, you're gonna have to at some point look at a countywide pickup that every house has a trash can.
I disagree with that.
So, which I mean, a lot of people do, and there's bifolds either way, but
A can at every house is not gonna stop those people who rent or don't own anything from dumping.
They just-
Because
they
they're not
gotta
gonna
give
pay
us
the
help.
fee to start
I
with.
mean, it's not gonna eliminate it, but it may reduce it a little bit. But
Yeah, they just don't care.
There is no answer to the illegal dumping.
They just don't care.
We
You
have
gotta
purchased
find-
some cameras, and
The
we'll
people
put some
who
cameras
approach
up on
me
some
that I
sites.
mentioned to Mr. Lee, however, will be the kind of people that will utilize the
Yeah,
service.
well, it kind of ties in with Ashby and Mr.
Mhm.
Mr. Sasser about the river, about keeping it clean. Really,
Exactly.
it floats right on out there.
That's right.
Different group of people probably do it than what would come.
Oh, it's plumb easy. Just pitch it out the window.
But
I've been there.
just
I
to,
know.
for what he said, when he writes those citations, at least he has an alternative that he can tell them about. He says, they're open one Saturday a week, a month, you didn't have to do this.
Right.
So,
Because basically what we do, if it's trash on the side of the road, that trash bags, household garbage, there's no warnings. That's the ticket.
Right.
I mean, we're gonna take our chance to stick our hands in a bag, write tickets.
A lot of leaves or names in them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
They got smart, they got where they don't leave anything.
Well, usually what happens, they'll get like where they clean out the truck or something, a little smaller bag on the inside, and there'll be a bill or something.
Don't tell them to trade.
Yeah, but give them tricks on that.
Do y'all know if, now that on the inert material that we take in, do y'all know if it has to be separated or can it be mixed with the garbage? Do you know that, Paul? I know the.
There's a rate structure for the.
There is a rate, there's a separate rate structure.
Right.
So we could, but I know with the landfills now, the way they have the methane system that pulls the methane off, you can mix inert waste with garbage. I think that, but I don't know if y'all would have a problem with that, because what's happening is we're getting so little, that pile that's been back there, we've got to grind it now, it's been there way too long. I would
Yeah,
like to.
I don't think we need to encumber you with trying to separate it, you know, I mean, that, you're doing us a service, and it's not that much. If you're bringing it in by the carload, it'd be different, you know.
Usually on a little 6x6 trailer. half full.
Organics usually take care of themselves anyway.
Right. Okay, well, I'll let y'all know as soon as we just pick one, see what works best for us and go with it.
Let our local newspaper.
We would appreciate that very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And our work, we all, if she knows and he knows and the newspaper knows and it gets in the newspaper.
I'll let everybody know.
Okay. We appreciate it, Brother Lee.
All right.
Thank y'all for coming.
Yes, sir.
All right. Next item. Request to review statewide mutual aid under tab A, Mr. Manager.
This is an agreement we've historically approved for assistance from our EMA with the Georgia Emergency Management Association according to state code. And historically, it's just time to remove it with Homeland Security.
Okay. Y'all okay? We do this every year.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm okay.
oh, you all right?
Jonathan?
You okay with it, Captain Dan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, put that on our consent agenda, Madam Clerk. Item 2 under tab B, Commissioners, request to approve the FTA by 1653 lift capital program, Mr. Manager.
Yes, sir. This is our for vehicle in our MIDS program. We've got a third-party operator, but we're responsible for the local match side. And this is to get a new shuttle van and a new computer in accordance with the change out for vehicles. It's got the stated amounts on here, and our local amount would be the local match portion, which is $4,416. It's one of the few things that we actually do pay for on the local share side. It is a computer and also a shuttle van with the lift on it. Then our computer side would cost us $300. So $4,416 plus $300.
Yeah, not a problem considering the other participation that's going into it.
This is one of those items that's a no-brainer. This helps our sick and shut-ins that needs to be transported.
That van is how much, Paul? About 100 and something?
The van's actually $44,000 and the computer's $3,000.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're 10%. It's 80.
10% of that.
80 federal, 10% state, 10% local.
Right.
And those they do buy the fuel, and we do provide the insurance coverage on the vans. And those are, you know, the input that county has, and MIDS picks up the rest of the operation on the fair ball.
Commissioners, y'all, there's a question on the consent agenda. Commissioner, Madam Clerk, place that on the consent agenda, please. Item 3, request to reappoint representation in the SGRC Area Agency.
Mr. Barrett does not wish to serve anymore on this council, so we would be in need of some nominations from the board.
Yep, do you have anybody, Mr.? You want to reconsider?
I appreciate the honor you've given me for serving the past 4 years. But all meetings are over in Nashville, Georgia at the community center. It's gotten a little bit inconvenient to get over there, so I would appreciate it if y'all let somebody else have the honor of serving for the next 4 years.
I'm with you.
I will throw a feather in his fedora though. He's 100% attendance, even
Yeah, I
though it
noticed that.
was. He's 100%.
One of the few.
So
Yeah,
he's one of the few. So we've got to give him a,
One of my board members is also serving for the city as a representative from the city of Waycross. Linda Titus is now on the board from the city.
We just have to.
We'll have to-
Somebody, we have to talk to somebody.
They have to be 65 or
yes,
they want them to feel old age, or not old age, that's what they used to be, it ain't no more. They live in the 80 and 90 now.
I'll tell you what, I can see that horizon real clear.
They do feed you
I
good.
guess.
Believe me,
They do feed you a good
you'll
meal
get
over there.
I guess that's something we need to work on that for next month,
Y'all know anybody?
or the last meeting in this month.
Talking on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to point somebody to that without asking.
Somebody needs your friend, they won't be your friend. Article, but you could ask them to contact the courthouse.
If anybody's interested, it'd be nice.
Work on that one next month, or the end of the, maybe, our next, in 2 weeks we'll have it. Item 4 under tab D, Mr. Manager.
Yes, sir, we opened bids on our 2016 Lamid Road resurfacing and rehab project. And the apparent low bidder who was within our forecasted budget was Littlefield Construction at $1,457,147. And we recommend awarding that. It will come from the LMIG funds that we get from the state and also from the 2014 SPLOST.
Okay, the LMIG funds this year is how much?
$652,112.94. We're also submitting right now for information purposes. We've already submitted the widening project that you all approved on Harris Road, and then there is some additional striping in the 2017 let that we're going to submit for, and if you want to go ahead and move this, I will inform the commission on the submission list for the striping project.
Oh, did the fellows out of Baxley, they give you a reason why they didn't bid on the project?
Workload right now,
Okay.
and the 75-day limit and all.
Yeah.
And moving into this season, there's a lot of work that's left, and they have a lot of work right now. They didn't feel like he could meet those timelines.
Okay.
But he, you know,
I've seen that happen a lot.
How many miles is that?
about 12,
12 miles.
yes. Some of it's resurfacing and some of it's straight field road bridges and drainage.
And we've been doing that about that many a year, 10 to 12 miles a year.
Well,
About-
not normally, not quite that much, but we packaged all this together because our 30% match, we're kicking in, but that's what we said we would do when the voters approved our SPLOST.
That's right.
We would keep on and we would do more road projects than we've ever been doing. This is probably our biggest let in a while, so we're coupling up to capture value, economic value.
Sounds good. Commissioners, any questions? No questions? Everybody okay to place that on the consent agenda? Everybody okay? Place that, please, ma'am. Madam Clerk. Item 5 under tab B, Commissioners. Mr. Manager.
This is our bunker gear, and we got a grant. The fire department did for the bunker gear, which helped us greatly for 40 complete sets. You'll see the breakdown in recommendation from the fire department and also our matching amount. The federal amount for basically $65,320 worth of gear. Federal is $58,182. The grant match for us was 10% of that amount, which is $58,18, and then the additional funding that we have to kick in because it's a little bit more than the grant is another $1,320. All this is qualified under the 2014 SPLOST to pay for out of the 2014 SPLOST, but just look at how much value we got out of it. Out of that 58,000, out of 65,000 basically, because they explored the grant and got the fire grant. So that's gonna stretch their appropriations that much further.
And the taxpayers appreciate it.
Chief, we thank you for getting that through.
And the recommendation from the fire department is to go with structural firefighting gear. For the structural firefighting gear with municipal equipment out of Tifton, Georgia.
This is a great necessity. It protects that man that puts it on and allows him to do the job he needs to go whenever he goes in a burning building. So that's a deal of a lifetime right there for local government.
Every day, take them every day.
All right, Commissioner, y'all okay? Place that on the consent agenda, please, ma'am. Okay, item 6, Commissioner's items. Commissioner Nips.
I don't have anything to share.
Okay. Commissioner Trump.
I don't have anything.
I don't have anything either today, manager.
Well, I
Yeah,
thought,
Sorry.
you had the notes here. That you,
Oh, I did.
unless Lisa just carried over some stuff, that's what I thought.
Discuss funding tied to joint resolution for Humane Society.
Oh, that, boy, he's well working overtime.
No, I just,
Only he would bring that up.
I was going, no, it wasn't just that, he had 4 items there. This is a funny
Stuff being
day.
discussed.
I mean, yeah, 4 items here, I just thought you overlooked it. I was trying to include you in.
Hey, this is the county, right? This is the county government.
What are you trying to say?
You know what I'm saying?
No, what I'm telling you, I was doing my due diligence. I was looking at the agenda and it says that you have 4 items, and I'm just trying to remind you that, it was 4 items this year.
That was discussed the other day whenever me and the manager met with the city manager and the mayor.
I'm just trying to watch your back, that's all.
That was a question we couldn't answer, so you want to tell us what we need to do there, Mr. Manager?
Who said that? Which question?
What about the Humane Society? They
Well, it's
want-
tied
they want
to
that-
the resolution.
They want
that we did through
$140,000 a year rather
service
than
delivery.
the deduction.
Well,
That was their request.
it was discussed that we cut our appropriations 2.5%
That's
across
right,
the board.
which we
That
did.
included that. There is a resolution through service delivery strategy and the loss tax that we tied down the appropriation to 140, but we cut that 2.5%, and that's what
Out
we
of the
discussed.
140.
But it's supposed to come back to the board if they want to amend that appropriation to match the resolution that we passed in 2011, which was resolution